Hi, my name is Sekib. I'm presenting outbreak of Ebola virus disease in West Africa. Ebola virus disease, formerly known as Ebola hemorrhagic fever, is a severe, often fatal illness in humans. Ebola viruses are found in several African countries. Ebola was the first discovered in 1976 near the Ebola River in what is now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Since then, outbreaks have appeared sporadically in Africa. The natural reservoir host of Ebola virus remains unknown. However, on the basis of evidence and the nature of similar viruses, researchers believe that the virus is an animal-borne and the bats are the most likely reservoir. 4 of the 5 virus strains occur in an animal host native to Africa. People get Ebola through direct skin, through broken skin or mucous membrane, in, for example, the eyes, nose, or mouth with blood or body fluids of a person who is sick with or has died from Ebola. Objects like needles or syringe that have been contaminated with body fluids from a person who is sick with Ebola, or the body of a person who has died from Ebola. Infected fruit bats or primates, and possibly from contact with semen from a man who has recovered from the Ebola. On August 8, 2014, the World Health Organization declared the West Africa Ebola outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. Since December 2013, as of 31st August 2014, 3,707 cases of Ebola virus disease has been reported, including 848 deaths have been reported by WHO. This is the first outbreak of Ebola virus disease in West Africa, and it is unprecedented in its size and geographical distribution and its effect in densely populated urban areas such as Liberia, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal. In this table, we are looking at the number of cases that have been reported by WHO as of August 31st, 2014. Liberia has the highest number of cases reported, 1,698, and has the highest number of deaths as well, 871 deaths. But the fatality ratio is highest in Ghana, which is 771 cases have been reported and 494 deaths. This is the graph of number of Ebola virus cases and death in West Africa, and this one shows the case fatality ratio in West Africa, which I mentioned before. The Ghana has the highest case fatality ratio. Steps that I would take to conduct the Ebola investigations are: step 1, determine an outbreak is occurring. So the first step involves lots of listening and then asking some basic questions. What are the signs and or symptoms? Is this an increased number for this area, time of a year, or age group? Are the cases linked to a common source of agent? Keep in mind that a change in disease monitoring, laboratory diagnostic reporting requirements, or even increased publicity might affect the number of cases reported without accurately reflecting a true disease outbreak. How many cases are there? The 5 W's of any investigation apply here as well: who, what, where, when, and why. Now that we have confirmed an outbreak, we need to case definition. The case definition will create a standardized method for identifying past, present, and future cases. It should include clinical information characteristic of those with the disease and geographic and timing information about the cluster of cases. Step 3, get a clue. We use information about those who are ill in addition to knowledge about existing disease and some intuition to determine a possible hypothesis. Step 4, the leap of faith. While the earlier steps are often about the art of epidemiology, this step is all about the science. Once we establish who is ill, we need to find out the factor that is causing them to become infected or poisoned. Step 5, take action. Accurately identifying the risk factor allows us to put in place the appropriate prevention method. Thank you very much for listening.